Hello. Ah, hello.
Hi, Coach. Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Tayo pa lang.
Oh, wala pang iba. Ah, kamusta so far ang ano? Kamusta kayo diyan sa Avida?
Okay naman po.
Nag-ano ka pa rin? May work from home kayo?
Yup.
I guess kasi yung stocks tuloy pa rin ang ano, no?
Bukas yung market.
Oo.
Yeah.
Ano ba? Stressful?
Sarap panibago. May work
Wala.
from home ako na ano kasi, na online teaching. Pero yung day job ko na ginawang work from home medyo kakaiba.
Oo, oo, oo. Sabagay. Wala, biglang napilitan lahat mag ano, no? Mag-go online. Pati ako.
Yeah. Medyo shock actually yung industries.
Oo. Sabi no, matagal pa to, no? Yung feeling ko may.
Ah, maybe nga eh. Kasi paakyat pa lang yung cases.
Oo, tama, tama. And in Wuhan, took
3
them right
months.
about 3 months, no?
Yeah, 2.5 to 3.
Feeling ko nga mga 2 months pa before mag-recover everything.
Right. Eh, talaga.
Alam mo nga, malas eh. Kasi, di ba may Jollibee stocks ako. Nakalimutan ko ibenta eh. Kasi, ang dami kong inaasikaso. Wala. Parang nalagas. Half ng value.
Ganun talaga. Ibang
So ngayon medyo alaga na lang, parang bantay-bantay na lang ako kasi
best
wala eh.
cash muna ngayon actually. Kasi mahirap i-predict eh.
Oo, correct. Kaya ngayon mag-aano ako eh. Yun nga, parang benta ko lahat ng stocks ko. Ay, hindi naman lahat. Actually, yung mga malaking loss, bago talaga
Yeah.
completely loss siya. Kasi ayoko naman
Mhm.
ibenta na super loss siya. So, bago siya maging loss, completely yung binenta ko na. Tapos,
Yeah.
hintay-hintay ako pag ano, medyo okay na. Ninya!
Kahapon, ano.
Hi, Ninya!
Ayaw raw na magpakita.
Ayaw magpakita. Ah, so, I just figured out na you can, let's say, di ba yung video natin, iba-iba yung
Yeah.
view ninyo. If you right-click on my video, you can pin the video so that hindi siya masyadong, yung lumiliit, lumalaki. Or you can
Mhm.
spotlight it. You can spotlight para yun yung malaki. So, I think, yan, spotlight ko. Yan. Kita pala yung video yung bintana. Attic kasi to eh, kaya ganyan ang abot na abot
Mhm.
yung kisame.
Mhm.
Tapos dito ako nagpa-practice ng mga handstand ko. Para matry ko ma-balance. Pero hindi naman super scary kasi merong wall. Itong challenge ko dito eh, kasi wired mic yung gamit ko.
Hinahabol pa sa work sa akin.
So, anong gamit nyo sa work from home ninyo? Hi, Renee.
Google lahat.
Google Hangouts, ganon.
Yeah. Google Chat, Hangouts, everything.
Okay naman yung Google Hangouts. Is it the same as, ano,
Hindi
as,
siya Hangouts, chat na siya.
chat,
Ang,
okay.
oo, iba eh. Saka may meetings. Ang dami, actually, ang daming klase.
Oo.
Trabaho muna ako sandali.
Okay.
Nabol eh. Yung may-ari kasi yung amo ko eh, kaya medyo talagang ganun.
Oo. Hi, Nina. Welcome.
Hi. Hi.
Hello. I'm gonna start to go live on YouTube and Facebook. So, yeah, live now sa Facebook. I hope Luisa is watching. I don't know if she's watching.
Lion face.
Yeah, there's one viewer. I don't know if that's her. Hello, people on Facebook and YouTube. So on my other screen, there's people on Zoom so that hindi kayo nawiweirdohan na may kausap ako dito na I'm talking to a few more people. How's your day, Nina?
What?
How was your day?
Not today. I tried to do handstand drills, pero busog ako. Then, really out.
Oh, that's fine. That's okay.
My sister will join.
Yes, great. Renee's back. It's a black screen though. That's fine. If you are uh, if you're conscious about your cell phone video, don't worry. The video only I'm the only one who can see your video. It's not streamed anywhere else. Of course, kayo in this particular Zoom class, we treat this as a group class setting so that you can see each other. I think it's a very important thing in our classes because I think it's a very important thing because there's a lack of socialization nowadays because we're always at home. By the way, let me take this opportunity to ask you if you would like, or would you want morning classes? So
Morning classes.
yeah, the ones on YouTube and Facebook, you can enter on the comments if you want to if you want to have morning classes. So that's one I'm thinking of, morning classes. And two is I might add other things, not just yoga, maybe workout or preparation work that I use to help me in yoga.
Breathing and meditation.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, so we will, in part, we'll have a sort of a meditation at the end of our practice. So just a quiet time. So today is not going to be too hard. I think it's very important that we also take care of our mind at this point, especially since it's very stressful, to be honest, even for me. I'm pretty sure you are also stressed out. I hope you're safe though, and I hope you're taking care of yourself. Um, I think we can start now. It's already 6 o'clock. Are you okay?
Yeah.
So Nina is there. Nina is here. Say hi, Nina. And then there's Mirna also. No video. You can switch on your video. Don't be shy. And then Victor is there. I think he's just finishing some work and he's gonna catch up. So we're gonna go ahead and start. Hi, Victor. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and start our practice today. And let's take a few moments to ground ourselves down. Yoga sometimes we really need some practice so that we can start to ground ourselves down. And if you look at some studies of yoga, it's really how to quiet down yung noisiness, the stirring of the mind. And that's what we're gonna do. So find an easy and comfortable seat. We'll just take a few moments to ground ourselves down. You can sit in Vajrasana or Virasana, sitting on your heels or your legs are folded backwards, or you can sit in Sukhasana, cross-legged with your shins in front of your hips. Take this moment to allow your breath to fill in your lungs. Allow the air to escape out. As your breath, hi Amanda, as your breath starts to fill up your lungs, allow the air to gently travel towards different parts of your body. Breathing in the energy, exhaling out maybe the stress, maybe the negative energy that we've accumulated through the day. Inhaling in and out. Let prana start to move into your breath. And let prana start to travel towards different parts of your body, to your arms and to your legs, to your neck and to your head. Breathing in and out. Take this few moments to start to visualize your practice. So we're gonna sort of do a moving meditation in our practice today. We'll start to compartmentalize some of the thoughts that have been stirring inside our head. Maybe your work will imagine that it's a piece of paper. We're gonna fold that neatly and then we'll set it aside. Maybe you have some problems that you've been thinking about. Just like earlier, we're just gonna fold that neatly and then we'll set that aside, visualizing how you're arranging them at the side. And we visualize some of our plans that we have not yet come across, we don't have the opportunity to fulfill yet. The plans we neatly fold and we set aside. Allow your breath to connect back to your mind. Allow the mind to connect back to your body. Breathing in and out. We're gonna go ahead and start to move our body in a few breaths. So take this moment to choose if you're gonna stay in a very relaxed breath, which is okay. Or if you want to warm up your body, we'll start your Ujjayi breath, inhaling through your nose. And then constricting your throat, exhaling through your nose. Inhaling in and out. Let the inner gaze of your eyes draw downwards towards your mat as we slowly blink our eyes open. We'll place our hands at the top of the mat and we'll uncross your legs to the back and we'll just take your tabletop, hands down, knees down onto the mat. Let your back be soft but stable. Let your spine be neutral. We'll keep your arms straight. We'll inhale and drop the belly down and take your cow pose. As we exhale, we round the back. We pull your stomach in. We look in between your knees. We take your cat pose. We inhale, drop the belly down. We exhale, round the back. Inhaling in and then exhaling out. Feel free to start to embellish your cat and cow. As you move in and out, you can go ahead and sweep your hips from side to side. You can start to roll your shoulders, roll your belly. Make a good big circle with your spine. Take a few moments to ground down here and see how your body feels. Inhaling in and out. And then we'll just take last 5 cycles of breath. We'll start to make the movement smaller and smaller. And then we'll end up in our tabletop. With the fingers spread out wide, we're going to go ahead and shift your shoulders a lot forward than your fingertips. We'll press your hands down. We'll strengthen your wrist. We'll shift backwards, so we'll take your normal tabletop. We'll shift forward again, pressing down, and then we shift back into your tabletop. Inhaling in and out as you move forward and back. For some, if your wrists do not like this pose, a block can help out if you just drape your fingertips down. It's gonna help out a little bit with your wrist. Or if it becomes too much, you can always back off from the pose. So we'll just warm up the wrist here. Maybe adding a circular motion with your shoulders so that you move around at the top of your wrists. Any amount that you require here. And then we'll go ahead and find the center. We'll tuck the toes under. We're gonna go ahead and lift your knees. We'll float your tabletop. We'll take a few moments here, just taking your cat and cow in this shape. Noticing how your hips will move. Just 3 more cycles of breath. And then we'll just press your hands, drag it forward, shift your butt back, legs slightly straighten at the back. We'll take your first downward facing dog. Your downward facing dog is an inverted V shape with your butt sticking up high, with your hands at the top of the mat, with the feet near the end of the mat. Take a long breath in and a long breath out here, and continue your breath as you either pedal your feet or swing your hips from side to side, or maybe introducing a slight back bend, reaching your butt back, lowering your chest down towards the mat. You can play around and maybe shift from one variation to another. And then just 5 more cycles of breath before we find a very steady downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, let's go ahead and walk our hands backwards, pabaliktad, towards your feet. Round your heels down, slight bend in the knees, folding your upper body over your legs. Just a soft fold here. No need to straighten your legs too much if it's not comfortable at this point. And we'll just bend our elbows, hands holding on to each opposite elbow, and we'll just swivel from left to right, right to left. And then we'll go ahead and find center. Hands down to the floor. We will just move the neck. We'll have your right ear go towards your right shoulder. Maybe we'll do the opposite. left and right, right and left. You can nod. You can turn your head. You can make circles with your head and make long stretches with your neck. Just 3 more cycles of breath here. And then we'll find the center. We'll fold over your legs. You can leave your hands down onto the floor or transfer to your shins. We lift the chest halfway. We look forward. We flatten the back. Exhale, we release the hands down. Inhale, we'll reach the arms up. The ceiling is too low for me. I'm gonna move to the front. And then we'll release the hands down to the side, mountain pose. We'll circle the arms up. And then we'll fold over your legs. Inhaling, reaching the chest halfway forward. We'll fold and release down to the floor. We'll come all the way up, reaching the arms up. Hands to heart center, then down to the side. We circle the arms up again. Then we'll fold over your legs. We reach the chest forward halfway. We release down to the floor. Inhale, will come all the way up, reaching the arms up. Hands to heart center, down to the side. One more. Circle the arms up. And then we'll fold and reach down for the floor. Lifting the chest. And then we'll fold. We slowly come all the way up, reaching the arms to the ceiling. Hands in front of your heart, down to the side, mountain pose. We'll sweep the arms up. And then we'll fold over your legs here. We'll add a few movements. So we're going to go ahead and have your fingertips touch the floor. We're going to walk forward. And then the palms may start to press down. We'll walk forward. We'll walk as far forward so that your hips will be lower than your shoulders, but your shoulders over your hands. We'll drop your belly down. We'll shift forward. We'll lower down slowly to the floor. We squeeze your elbows in, very close to the body. We inhale and lift the chest halfway, just like a low cobra. And then we'll lower down. We'll press ourselves up to your tabletop. Tuck the toes under. Downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, we'll go ahead and step your right foot forward. So we can transition with both knees go down. Right foot steps forward. And then we're going to lift your back knee off the floor. Back heel down. Arms will reach up. We'll take your first warrior one. And then hands will go down to the floor. We will lower your back knee down. We will pass by tabletop, tucking the toes under behind you, and then shifting your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a few moments in downward dog. We'll lower both knees down again. This time we'll step your left foot forward. Right knee goes up. Right heel goes down. Swivel the arms forward and up. Warrior one on the second side. Hands will go down to the floor. We lower down your right knee. We will step your left foot back into your tabletop. We shift forward. Keep your elbows close to the body. We lower down, bending at the elbows, reaching back. We'll lift our head, our chest, low cobra. For some, they will start to explore straightening the arms, moving the shoulders back and away from the ears, lifting your knees and your thighs off the floor, upward dog. We tuck the toes under, behind us, and then downward facing dog, shifting the hips up and back. Take a few breaths here. Inhaling in and filling up your lungs. Exhaling and letting all the air escape out. Inhale in and out. 3 more cycles of breath. And then 2. And then 1. We'll lower both knees down. We're gonna step your right foot forward. We're gonna step your left foot forward in between your hands. We lift the chest halfway, and then we'll fold. We'll come all the way up, reaching the arms up. Hands to heart center, down to the side. So those transitions that we did, those are some of the gentler transitions. You can always use them at any point. Let's say we start to move to a more a progression in your stand salutations. We're gonna start to move a little bit more quickly and a little bit more harder. All right. We're gonna reach your arms up. And then we'll fold over your legs. You don't see me? We'll reach your chest halfway forward, and then we'll fold. We'll come all the way up, reaching the arms up. Hands to heart center, and then down to the side. Can you see my video?
Goes in.
It's okay on my end.
All right, so Victor, you might have to check on your connection, or maybe just... So we'll continue. We'll reach your arms up here, and then we'll fold over your legs. We'll reach your chest halfway forward. Let's bend the knees. Fingers touch the floor, hands touch the floor. Let's step one foot back. Any foot that you feel comfortable with. Press down with both hands. Step your other foot back. And we'll take your plank pose. In your plank pose, we'll start to squeeze your armpits in very close against your body. Let's press your upper back, rounding your upper back slightly. We will move your shoulders away from the ears. A slight opening of the chest here. We'll hold. We lower both knees down. We shift forward. We bend the elbows backwards. We'll take your low cobra in a bit, inhaling in. For some, they might want to start to press up to your upward facing dog. Tuck the toes under. We'll take your downward facing dog. Let's step your left foot forward. Right heel goes down. We'll circle the arms up. We'll take your warrior one. From your warrior one, let's just open the chest here to the side. This is your right side. Arms will reach out wide. We'll take your warrior two. From your warrior two, let's reach forward with your left hand. Left hand goes down either on your knee, or you can use a block or a book to hold, or maybe for some, the fingers touch the floor. Your right arm reaches up into your side angle pose. We'll reach the arm to the front of the mat in your extended side angle pose. We take a few breaths here. We're gonna press this leg against your arm, and then we'll slowly come back to warrior two. Before we circle the hands down to the floor, we'll step back to your plank. For some, the knees will lower. For some, they will keep the knees off. We'll all shift forward. We'll go ahead and bend the elbows backwards on the floor. We're gonna lift up to your back bend of choice, either a low cobra or an upward dog. We'll tuck the toes under, and then take your downward facing dog. Let's lift your right leg off the floor, and we'll step your foot in between your hands. Back heel goes down. We'll sweep the arms forward and up, and then we'll reach up. We'll take your warrior one. From your warrior one, we'll just open the chest out to the side, left side. Arms will reach wide. Warrior two. From your warrior two, we'll reach forward with your right arm, lowering your right forearm down on your knee, maybe down onto the floor or a block. We'll reach your left arm up. We'll start to sweep your arm to the front, your left arm to the front in your extended side angle pose. We're going to go ahead and press your right knee against your right arm. We'll hold this for a few breaths. And then with control, we just lift ourselves up to your warrior 2. Before we circle the hands down to the floor, we'll take your plank and we'll take your vinyasa. We'll either lower the knees down or keep the knees off. We'll shift forward. We bend the elbows. We lower down. We inhale and take your back bend of choice, low cobra or upward dog. We'll tuck the toes under. Exhale. Downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, we'll take 5 breaths here. Lengthening the spine, pressing your hands down. Moving your sit bones away from your fingertips. Keeping your arms beside your ears. Filling up your lungs, allowing the air to escape out. On your next exhale, we'll look forward. We'll step forward, foot followed by the next. We'll lift the chest halfway and then we'll fold. We'll come all the way up, reach arms up. Hands are heart centered and down to the side. Let's reach arms up again. We'll fold over your legs. We lift the chest halfway forward. You bend the knees, both palms will go down to the floor. Let's step your left foot back, followed by the right. Into your plank, we'll take a vinyasa. We'll shift forward, we bend the elbows. We inhale and take your low cobra or upward dog. Tuck the toes under. Downward facing dog. Let's step your right foot forward. And then we'll sweep the arms up. Warrior 1. We'll open the chest out to the side into warrior 2. We'll straighten. We're going to move your left hip backwards, right arm forward. We'll lower your right arm down, either on your shin or maybe a block. Being prudent about the shape that you're in, finding ease and comfort. Will reach your left arm up. Your triangle pose. We'll find a stretch in your right hamstring. So you can either stay here or you can swing your hips side to side, maybe pressing your hips a little bit more backwards. And then we'll rebend your right leg back to warrior 2. We will lower down your right arm, reaching up and over with your left arm, side angle pose. We'll go back to warrior 2, and then hands go down to the floor. Press the hands down, step your right foot back. We'll take a vinyasa, or if you're conserving energy, we'll just shift back to your downward facing dog. We'll start to lift your left in your downward dog. Your left foot forward, right heel goes down. We circle the arms up. We'll take your warrior 1. From your warrior 1, we'll just open the chest out to the side. Arms will reach wide. We'll take your warrior 2. We straighten both legs out. Left arm reaches forward. Right hip reaches back. You can lower down your hand either on your shin, to the floor, or on a block. We'll sweep your right arm up. Triangle pose. Take a few moments to stabilize here. Before we start to move, we sweep your hips to the side, maybe pushing your hips backwards. We'll just feel the stretch on your left hamstring. And then we'll start to rebend your front knee. We go back to warrior 2. From your warrior 2, left arm reaches forward. Left forearm down on your knee or maybe onto a block or to the floor. We'll reach your right arm up, and then right arm reaches over your head to the front into your extended side angle pose. We'll shift backwards to warrior two. Before we windmill the hands down, we frame your left foot. Step back to your plank. And we'll choose between a complete vinyasa or just a vinyasa ending with a downward dog. So take 5 breaths in your downward facing dog. Inhaling in and out. Inhaling in and out. Last 2. And then on your next exhale, we'll just go ahead and bend your knees just to the sides, outside edges of your mat. We'll stick our toes together and then we'll sit down on our heels, maybe reaching your arms forward in your extended child's pose. So this extended child's pose, I'm going to offer this extended child's pose in the next few sequence or next few poses in our sequence. There are poses here that might be challenging or might not be within the comfort zone for today. Feel free to stay in child's pose, or you can just just watch and see how it's being done so that it's something that we can learn from. So if you're in your child's pose, we'll just walk your hands close to the knees. We'll shift your hips to one side. We will extend your legs forward in your Dandasana, legs in front. Okay. What we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and start to prepare a few things for the next series of poses. We're going to go ahead and bend the knees here. So there's a right about 90 degrees of bend in the knees. If the sit bones or if your tailbone you experience a little bit of pain, you can pad with a towel. You can sit down or maybe just skip this altogether. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead and lean backwards. As we lean backwards, I'm gonna do it sideways so that you might as well see it. Maybe just like this. We're gonna try and keep your back as flat as possible. As we lean back, we're gonna start to hold your belly in. We're gonna reach forward. We're gonna lift your feet as high as your knees. This is your both pose. We will stay here. Or you can add lowering down and then shifting back up. Let's lower the feet down just to rest. So easy enough, yeah? We'll do that a few more times, huh? We're gonna go ahead and shift backwards. We're lifting the toes up, keeping the feet as high as the knees. We're gonna lean backwards slightly, just a few inches back, and then we pull. We're gonna keep your feet floating the whole time. We're gonna lean backwards, and then we pull. We're gonna lean back, and then we pull the knees close. We lean backwards and we pull. What's that? 4? One last. And then we pull, cross your legs, hug your knees in. All right. If that was easy, joke lang. We'll do another set. All right. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna lie on our back. So higa tayo. With our back down onto the mat, we're gonna go ahead and pull your knees in close to the chest in Apanasana. Do it sideways so that you can see. I'm gonna pull my knees in close to the chest. Apanasana. I'm gonna reach my arms up. I'm gonna start to pull my knees in close. I'm gonna reach my hands inside of my knees and lift up. I'm reaching. If you notice, my head is floating off the floor, my shoulders are floating off the floor, my tailbone is floating off the floor. We're gonna hold, we're gonna lower down. You can lower your feet down, lower the hands down. We'll take a few more, just like that. We're gonna pull the knees in close. We're gonna reach your arms up. We're gonna start to lift your head and your shoulders. Keep the neck long. We're gonna reach as much as we can so that the knees will be very, very near your armpits, with your head and your shoulders lifted and your tailbone lifted. We lower down and then we pull. We lower down, we pull. We lower down and then we pull the knees in close. We lower down and then we pull. Very nice. Lower down. So, for some, that might be easy enough that we can add a few things that you can use so that you can make this a little bit more interesting. So for me, I would use a block. So I have a block with me. You can use a book right about this size, or maybe even just a towel is fine. You roll up a towel just like this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and lie down on my back again, and then I'm gonna have my towel or my block in between my heel, my hamstring. Squeeze. So the towel is too small for me, so I'm gonna use a block. I'm gonna squeeze here. But for some, if there's no block or towel that is available, you're just gonna go ahead and keep your heels as close as possible to your hamstrings the whole time. So I'm gonna do it in both variations so that you can see and you can follow if that's if you need help in visualization. So I'm gonna squeeze the blocks in. I'm gonna start to reach up with my hand. I'm gonna start to lift up, lift my head and shoulders up, lift my tailbone off the floor, reach up and squeeze the block in so that I'm not letting the block fall. I'm gonna lower down. If there's no block, we're just gonna go ahead and visualize that there's that space in between your hamstrings and your heels. We're gonna keep that as small as possible. I'm gonna reach up, I'm gonna pull. I'm not gonna let my feet go up. I'm gonna keep pulling my knees close with my heels close to my hamstring. I'm gonna reach. I'm gonna lower my shoulders and my sit bones down. We'll do that a few more times. We reach up, we squeeze your heels in as you pull your knees close to your arms, and then we'll lower down. We'll go ahead and pull, and then we'll lower down. We go ahead and pull, and then we'll lower down. We go ahead and lie down on your back and just hug your knees into the chest. As you hug your knees into the chest, we're gonna start to rock forward and back. Then we'll find ourselves seated down onto the floor. All right, so we're gonna take your peak pose. So what we've been preparing for today is just your crow. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have ourselves with your feet slightly turned outwards, with your knees very wide. We're squatting down in your malasana. The knees accommodating the width of your shoulders. Hands in prayer in front of your chest. We're gonna press your Knees against your arms. We're gonna hold this. So we keep pressing your knees against your arms. And we're gonna lower your hands down. We're gonna start to curl your tailbone under, pull your stomach in, you round your back. We will start to lift your heels up. I'm gonna do it on my side. I'm gonna lift my heels up. I'm gonna lean forward. As I lean forward, it allows me to start to sweep my toes backward. And they will lower down. All right, so don't worry if the toes do not lift. Not important. It's not yoga. It's just a pose. Oh, we're gonna do that again. Some might want to have a block or a book that they can step their feet on. So I'm gonna do it here. Anyways, you're in the comfort of your own home. If you want to turn off the video so that I would not see, okay lang. At least you don't have to be ashamed or be conscious about what you're doing. You're doing it at the comfort of your own home. So I'm gonna do it with my toes onto blocks here. You can adjust how high the blocks are. You can just explore reaching your shoulders forward enough that you can start to lift your toes off the floor. Yeah. So you have options for blocks. You have options without blocks. You have options to just rock forward and back and just find out how much forward movement you need before the toes lift. Yeah. So yun yung exploration natin for today. And then we'll take maybe 5 cycles of breath just to settle down. Maybe in Malasana, maybe just sitting down. And we'll just take 2 attempts at the pose. And if you're in your pose, right. So whenever you're ready, we're gonna go ahead and find your Malasana with the feet slightly wider than your hips, your knees outwards, heels in, arms in between your knees. We're gonna press your hands down. We're gonna shift forward. We're gonna lift the heels off, curl your back, reach forward enough so that you can glide your toes backwards. You can hold this shape in your throw pose. If this is comfortable enough, you'll hold this. For some, you'll explore lifting one knee off your arm. One knee off your arm. So if, let's say, you lift the knee off the arm and you fall, you go back to just holding your Bakasana first. All right? And then just one last attempt. You just you'll evaluate your last attempt. Choose one that you will change. Choose one aspect of the pose that you will change. And then we'll have an attempt. I'll let you go ahead and do it. I'll do my own attempt here. And we'll sit down softly on our mat. And we'll cross our shins in front of our hips. with the hands down on our knees. Let your hands close to fists, and we'll roll your hands around. Maybe opposite direction will be great. We're gonna reach your arms back, reach the hands behind you, and then interlace the fingers. Okay? We roll the shoulders back. We straighten your arms behind you. Reach it as far back from your spine as you can. And then we'll release. We'll have your hands down on your knees. We'll go ahead and turn towards the right side. Your left arm crosses and moves outside of your leg, pressing your arm against your knee. Your backhand just there to support. Keep your spine long in your seated twist. On your next exhale, we'll look forward and it will release. We go ahead and turn to the other side. Your right arm reaches up against your knee. Left hand just behind you for support, lengthening the spine. Taking a nice and easy twist. And we'll go ahead and look forward. We'll hands on top of your knee. We'll just pull your chin close towards your chest. We're gonna start to turn towards the right side. Lift your chin up. We'll start to go down and turn towards the left side. And then we'll go down and have your chin towards your chest. We're gonna lift your chin up. We're gonna start to reach your chin towards the right side. Lower it down to your shoulder. Lowering the chin down to your chest. Reaching your chin towards the left side. Reaching your chin up. We'll have your hands softly on your knees. And we'll take a few moments just for a short sitting practice. Allowing your sit bones to root down. Allowing your hands softly rest on top of your leg. If this is comfortable, you can close your eyes. We'll let the internal gaze of your mind be soft. We'll let the breathing to start to go a little bit more softer. As we start to settle down into our sitting practice, there might be some thoughts that have come during your practice. Might be flying around in the space inside your head. Very softly, you reach out your hand. You grab those thoughts. We'll neatly fold them just like earlier. We'll set them aside. It's not that we're forgetting these things. We're just making sure that we start to think about them at the right time. Allow your mind to be quiet. And in the course of your practice, you might have noticed how at some points the mind is so quiet, it's just thinking about what it's doing at that particular moment without any care for what's not happening in front of you. And this is partly what mindfulness is: being aware of what's happening and being focused on what needs your attention. At this point, we'll start to make the mind a little bit more quiet. Let the breathing start to take over what's happening in your body, what you're listening inside your body. Notice how deep your breath is. Notice how soft your exhale is. As the skies grow clearer and clearer the past few days, we know that we also have that capability to clear our mind when we that ability is innate. That ability is something that we know we can do. We'll just remember that we can do it. Just gain a little bit more awareness, just enough for us to start to move into a different shape. We'll go ahead and lie down on our back. We'll start to straighten our legs. We'll have your feet as wide as your mat, with your arms beside your body and palms facing up. We'll take your Savasana, allowing your body to be heavy, allowing the back of your head to press down, allowing your shoulders to press down against the mat. Let the bones inside your body become very heavy. Let the breath become softer. As your breath becomes softer, let the brow relax. Let our jaw relax. We'll stay here for a few more minutes. I'll mind the time for you. And then I'll call your attention when we're done. In the next few cycles of breath, we allow the senses to slowly seep back to the body. Start to hear the sounds around us. Start to feel the mat behind us. We introduce some small movements with our toes and our fingers. We'll draw both feet together. We'll reach your arms overhead. We'll interlace the fingers and press your palms back. Point your toes forward. Take the longest inhale that you can take for today. And the longest exhale. Release your fingers. We'll bend your knees softly. Feet down to the floor. We'll roll over to any side that feels comfortable for you. We'll take a few breaths here. And with the help of your hands, we'll press ourselves up. We lift ourselves to an easy and comfortable seat. We softly meet the hands in front of our heart. We lift our hearts up. We let the mind bow. We let the thumbs touch our forehead. May our thoughts be clear. We let the thumbs touch our lips. May our words be kind. We let the thumbs touch our heart. May our heart be filled with compassion to ourselves and to one another. The light in me honors the light in you, and may you be light to others. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you very much for joining class today. Let me know what you think. You can leave comments in either Facebook or YouTube if you're there, or you can send me a message for people that know me. I'll be staying on for a few more minutes, so in case that you want to chat around, okay?
Bye. Later.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks, Coach. Bye.
Bye-bye.